Here in number 20, we are skipping down to the question to see that we have now reached the grammar, the standard English section of the test. So we are glancing therefore at the actual answers to see what kind of grammar are they seeing that we understand. Given that the only change or differences in these answers is kind of comma, colon, semicolon, or period, we know that we are in kind of a standard punctuation problem. Okay, so then going back, the question is, do we kind of need to read anything above the sentence that we are in? Okay, and this is really a key idea to these grammar questions. I would argue that there is no reason to read anything above this particular sentence that includes the blank. All right, so let's see if that works for you by starting here at the Epicurus sentence. Epicurus defined pleasure as, quote, the absence of pain in the body and of trouble in the blank, that all life's virtues derived from his absence. Okay, so I would actually go straight to the answers, and we always start with semicolon first and colon second. These are the easiest ones to test and get rid of. Commas are much trickier, so we really do want to start here. So let's start with the semicolon. It's the easiest one, I think. So let's see what happens. If we put a semicolon in, we know that we're going to need two complete sentences, one on each side of the semicolon. So let's see if that works. Epicurus defined pleasure as the absence of pain in the body and of trouble in the soul. Okay, that works. That can stand alone as an independent clause or a full sentence. But let's go on. Positing that all life's virtues derived from its absence, that's not going to work, right? That's not going to form a complete sentence on the right side, so off we go with C. Would it work then to use a colon? Would the first part of the sentence adequately introduce the second part of the sentence? The absence of pain in the body and of trouble in the soul. Positing that all, no, right? That is just not going to work with the kind of first part here, offering up with this colon kind of an introduction to the additional information, and the second, that does not work, right? We can therefore probably eliminate D right away because we can see that positing, as we saw in the semicolon one, just cannot stand alone. So we know that this complete sentence here, won't be a complete sentence. So off we go with D, and it must be A. I don't even need to check that. If I were on test day, I would definitely not be checking A because I know it isn't B, C, or D. But just for learning purposes here, if we check it, right, the absence of pain in the body and of trouble in the soul, comma, right, we know that, I should have read it from the beginning, that Epicurus defined pleasure as this, right, positing, meaning, okay, yes, it's Epicurus positing that all life's virtues derived from this absence, and that one works at A, and we are done.